At the heart of Tunde's journey, a devastating illness strikes baby Zara, plunging the village into fear and uncertainty. With Zara's life hanging in the balance, Tunde, despite his own despair, must summon every ounce of strength and hope to save her. The tension rises as the village healer struggles against the illness, and Tunde's unwavering love faces its greatest test. In a dramatic, rain-soaked night, Tunde's dedication becomes a beacon of hope, revealing the true power of his sacrifice. Will his heartfelt efforts be enough to pull Zara through? In the small, serene village of Ibu, nestled among lush green hills and sparkling streams, lived a 14-year-old boy named Tunde. He was known for his bright smile and hardworking nature, helping his family on their modest farm. Life in Ibu was simple, but full of warmth and tradition. Tunde's days were spent tending to the crops and playing with his friends, dreaming of becoming a skilled hunter like his father. One fateful day, Tunde's world turned upside down. His older sister, Amina, who lived in a distant village, fell ill. She was heavily pregnant and the doctors said she needed special care. The family was worried because Amina was the only one who could take care of her baby after birth. Tunde's parents, with heavy hearts, decided to send him to be with Amina in her village, believing he could help in any way he could. The journey was long and tiring, but Tunde was determined. He walked for hours, crossing rivers and climbing hills, until he finally reached Amina's home. The sight of her frail condition broke his heart. She welcomed him with tears of joy, knowing her family was there to support her. Amina's village, Turi, was different from Ibu. It was bustling with activity and colorful markets, where women sold vibrant clothes and delicious foods. Tunde was amazed by the new sights and sounds. Despite the excitement, his focus remained on his sister and the baby she was about to bring into the world. A few weeks later, Amina gave birth to a beautiful baby girl named Zara. Unfortunately, Amina's health worsened, and she could no longer care for Zara. The village elders gathered to discuss what to do. They decided that, since Tunde's family had taken care of him so well, it was only right that Tunde take on the responsibility of raising Zara. The news shocked Tunde. At just 14, he was not only expected to be a father figure to Zara but also to continue helping his family back in Ibu. His heart was heavy with the weight of the responsibility. He looked at Zara's tiny face and felt a surge of protectiveness. Despite his fears, Tunde vowed to do his best for his niece. The first few months were incredibly challenging. Tunde had to learn how to feed Zara, change her clothes, and soothe her cries. He often looked for advice from the village women, who were kind and patient with him. They taught him how to properly care for the baby and manage the household chores. As time passed, Tunde grew more confident in his new role. He found joy in Zara's laughter and comfort in her tiny hugs. However, not everyone in Turi was supportive. Some villagers whispered that a young boy like Tunde shouldn't be burdened with such responsibilities. They believed it was too much for him to handle. One day, during a village festival, a group of boys from Turi teased Tunde about his situation. They laughed and called him names, making him feel ashamed. Tunde was deeply hurt but knew he couldn't let Zara see him upset. He put on a brave face and continued caring for her with even more dedication. Tunde's perseverance began to pay off. As Zara grew, she became the village's little darling. Her smiles and giggles brought joy to everyone around her. Slowly, even the skeptics began to see the bond between Tunde and Zara. They admired Tunde's dedication and hard work. However, Tunde's life was not without its struggles. He faced difficulties balancing his duties as Zara's caregiver with his desire to pursue his dreams. He missed the simplicity of his life in Ibo and longed to return to his village. But every time he looked at Zara, he found the strength to keep going. One rainy night, a serious illness swept through Zuri. Zara became very ill, and Tunde was frantic with worry. He stayed up all night, tending to her and praying for her recovery. The village healer came to help, but Zara's condition remained critical. Tunde felt helpless and desperate. In his darkest moment, Tunde remembered the stories his father used to tell him about bravery and love. He held Zara close and whispered his love for her, promising to never leave her side. The next morning, Zara's fever broke, and she started to recover. The villagers were amazed at Tunde's strength and dedication. As Zara grew older, Tunde became a respected young man in Zuri. He worked hard, combining farming with his role as Zara's guardian. The villagers who once doubted him now admired his resilience and love. Tunde's story became one of inspiration, showing how love and determination could overcome even the toughest challenges. Years passed and Zara blossomed into a kind and intelligent young girl. She looked up to Tunde with deep admiration, knowing that he had sacrificed so much for her. They remained close, sharing their dreams and supporting each other through life's ups and downs. One day, Tunde received a letter from Ibu, inviting him to return for a family celebration. He was torn between his duty to Zara and his longing to reconnect with his roots. After much contemplation, Tunde decided to visit Ibu with Zara, hoping to show her the village where he had once lived. The journey to Ibu was filled with nostalgia and excitement. When they arrived, Tunde was welcomed with open arms by his family. They were amazed by the young woman Zara had become and were proud of Tunde for raising her so well. The family celebration was a joyous occasion, filled with laughter, music, and traditional dances. Tunde and Zara joined in, celebrating their achievements and the journey they had shared. It was a moment of reflection and gratitude, honoring the sacrifices they had made for each other. As the festivities continued, Tunde took a moment to look around and appreciate the life he had built. Despite the challenges and hardships, he had no regrets. He had grown stronger, learned the true meaning of love, and found fulfillment in his role as Zara's guardian. In the end, Tunde realized that life's greatest treasures are often found in the relationships we build and the sacrifices we make for those we love. His journey from a young boy to a father figure had been filled with trials and triumphs, but it had shaped him into the person he was meant to be. If you found Tunde and Zara's inspiring story moving, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more heartwarming tales. Share your thoughts and emotions in the comments below. How do you think Tunde's dedication and love changed his life and Zara's? Stay tuned for more powerful stories that celebrate the strength of the human spirit.